Before I begin, I'd like to preface my speech by saying that Congress passed the Autism Cares Act on September 30th, and what this does is it provides more federal funding for autism research. Many of us, but not all of us, browse social media sites such as Instagram or Snapchat, possibly Facebook. I found a 2019 article by Jacqueline Stenson entitled "Why the Focus of Autism Research is Shifting Away from Searching for a Cure." I found that this resonated with my sister Sammy, who has autism, because my parents find it difficult to find her programs where she can learn life skills. And ultimately, I was inspired to choose this topic because of this article. I'm credible because I have years of experience living with my sister who has autism and helping take care of her, and I've also done research on the topic. Some of you, but not all of you, may know someone who has a disability. Would you really want to change their personality just to find a cure? In this speech, I will discuss 3 aspects of autism: its definition, what characterizes the disorder, and implications of autism research. Starting off, I should explain its definition. So the definition comes from the 2019 Autism Speaks article, "What is Autism?" And autism, or autism spectrum disorder, refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech and nonverbal communication. It is influenced by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Also, 1 in 59 children in America have autism today. Next, I'm going to talk about the characteristics of autism. So there's this manual called the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, version 5. This is used by professionals to diagnose children with autism, and it took effect in May of 2013 with the following goals, says the 2013 Autism Speaks article, "DSM and Autism, Facts, Questions, and Answers." And what the DSM-5 does is it provides a more accurate diagnosis, identification of symptoms that may warrant treatment or support services, and it assesses severity level. So you might be wondering, what did the DSM-5 change about how autism is diagnosed? Well, it created this autism spectrum disorders umbrella, and these disorders all fall under it: autistic disorder, Asperger's syndrome, childhood disintegrative disorder, Rett syndrome, and pervasive developmental disorder. And there's also 2 categories of symptoms: communication/interaction, and restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior. Now I would like to discuss my final main points: types of autism types of autism research and the use for it. According to Stenson, who I referenced in my introduction, researchers are looking for ways to help people with autism live healthier and happier lives. And one of the focuses researchers have is diagnosing children earlier in life. So instead of between the ages of 2 and 4, they're now diagnosing toddlers at 18 to 24 months old. Now, one aspect of research that's not getting enough attention is lifespan research. $364.4 million were spent on autism research by the federal government in 2016, and only 2% of these funds were spent on lifespan research. Stenson cites Paul Shadrack, Director of Life Course Outcomes Research Program at A.J. Drexel Autism Institute in Philadelphia. He says that we drop the ball on young adults with autism, and there really isn't much in terms of services for these young adults. And I see this with my sister, because once you graduate from high school, the kids fall off what's called the service cliff, and there really isn't anything there for them to learn life skills. So one good thing about that is when they're 21, they can stay in school and get the services, but after that, then they fall off the services cliff. All right, moving on. Orsmond, Shadrack, Cooper, Sterzing, and Anderson's 2013 study, Social Participation Among Young Adults with Autism Spectrum Disorders, looked at kids with autism disorders, emotional behavior or language disorders, and it basically compared them among these different categories: being called by friends, seeing friends, and being invited to activities. And what they found is that kids with autism have the hardest time with all of these. To wrap up, I will conclude with some final thoughts. To review, I discussed the following 3 aspects of autism: the definition, the ASD umbrella, and implications of lifespan research. To conclude, I would like to share the following quote: "There needs to be a lot more emphasis on what a child can do instead of what he cannot do." Dr. Temple Grandin. Thanks for listening.